Oh, and we don't have a Butch.
I'm right here.
Oh, you're an Elric. Oh, wow. Everybody's screwed up. Hi, and welcome to another episode of Those Natural Ones. Sorry, clearly we're having a little bit of technical difficulties tonight. Par for the course, as it were. Gwen, do your thing for a while, and do it slowly while I adjust everyone's cameras, please.
I will take my sweet time.
Thank you.
And
for
tell
that.
you that last session 13, we woke up and we went to breakfast. Yeah, adding bullet points. We went to breakfast. We wondered what was going to happen because Hugh gave us no time or date. So we gave Hugh a call, and in his typical fashion, he appeared out of nowhere, and he gifted us with an amulet that should let us teleport back to our home plane. However, during our attempt, due to a tragic lack of some of us failing to declare our actions promptly, we end up teleporting to an entirely different place. The icy realm where we were deposited appeared to be the fifth hell, Stygia, a frozen salt ocean, populated with things that aren't friendly. We found a cave to hide in, or at least to get our bearings, and we discovered that there was a tunnel that led underground. And within the tunnels, we found and engaged with two creatures that posed an incredible challenge, way more than we thought. We took care of them. We were fine. We hid the bodies and huddled into a cubby hole to regroup. The last thing that we heard, settling into our cubby hole over a nice fire of heated metal, was the sound of very heavy footfalls in the distance. Akin to, not saying it's a T-Rex, but imagine that sound. And that's what we heard. And that's where we stopped.
Fantastic. And that was perfect timing. It gave me plenty of time to put everyone back in order here. I just need a slight fix on... No, that seems to be... Yep, slight fix on Butch here. And then we should be good to go. So that is what you saw and what you did last week. We are down Lindsay due to a work conflict, so we do not have Lindsay today, so she will be missed. And also, 3 of us did not get the memo that it is the week or 4th Halloween. So we have 2 people in the Halloween spirit, so that's cool. Awesome makeup, you two.
As a high elf blood hunter.
I'm dressed up as a guy who's working out of his basement. So
That's not scary. That's normal now.
I know, right? So
This is how I always am. I don't know
yeah,
what
that's
you're
just
talking about.
that's just how she always is. And then we have the Juggalo
Progula.
Kiss.
Not sure what that means, but Brendan Lee in a case of Fago or something. Brandon, not Brendan.
Oh,
Anyway.
Brendan Lee Mulligan.
Yeah, Brennan, not Brennan. So,
I'm
as
the angry mime. That's what I am tonight. I'm the angry mime.
fantastic. All right, so I think after all of that, it is time
Why
to
so serious, mime?
jump into this. So, I still have coffee. Anyway, you guys, like Gwen said, find a little hole to kind of barricade yourself in that's half covered in ice. You're able to
We brought
bring
the swords in from those dudes.
yes, and you're able to bring Butch's half petrified self in there. You guys,
Good.
Thoroughly
He-
thaw him, I hope.
Heat metal on them to
sure.
heat them up.
All right, so yeah, go ahead and cast your heat metal and that will do to get everything heated up. It takes a little bit of time because you are literally in a freezing hell, and even the heat of the heated metal seems to barely cut into this frigidness.
Well, let me know when I regain consciousness.
It takes a little bit of time, but yeah, Butch, you guys get Butch right up next to the fire, or next to the metal there, practically laying on it, and it probably takes probably takes about 20 to 30 minutes before you finally see Butch starting to move around a little bit and seems a little less frozen.
As I push my head slightly out of my shell. Are we still here?
Been
Yep.
like an hour.
Oh, let me... I can cast Tiny Hut. Let me just stretch my limbs a little. Oh,
How long does that spell last?
8 hours.
Oh,
Does that mean we can... Oh wait, it's still the middle of the morning. It's like, can we still sleep?
we
How-
need to perhaps save that until it's time to bed down for the night.
I can cast it 3 times a day.
Oh,
Of course, I don't know how long days are here.
is it something that can be seen from the outside when we're all inside?
It's opaque.
How tiny can you make it? And it still fit us? Like, will it fit in here in our cubby hole?
I've never cast it before, to be honest.
Should be opaque on outside, and you can match the surrounding terrain. And you can control the temperature inside of it.
Yes,
That
so let's
sounds
let's try that.
lovely.
Okay. I'm going to attempt to cast that once I'm no longer paused.
Oh, sorry. Paused. You are no longer paused.
How did I cast heat metal?
I don't know.
With your mind. Am I on the board?
You are not. That's why, because you weren't here last week. So you are not on the board. There, now you are.
Where's our hidey hole in this map?
We'll just, it's set off to the left. There.
To the left.
To the left, to the left.
Join me to the left.
Look at the left.
Do it.
Come on,
Get to the
do it.
left
Get in
hand.
here.
All right.
Come on, spells. Why aren't you not? Come on.
All right.
Okay,
So, yeah.
before I cast this, what? I can cast it as a ritual.
Okay.
Do you think we have
that's
10
even
minutes?
better.
We all have to be inside it when you cast it, or we can't come
Yeah.
in.
I don't see. Actually, it is. So you cast it. You ritual cast it.
Yep.
And yeah,
I think Red's characters or thing. Who is that outside there?
yeah, it's right.
Right.
I mean, it for the sake of this, yes, you go ahead and cast it, and this
Gwen, get closer to me.
dome appears around all of you, and instantly you feel the warmth. You feel the warmth. It starts to feel comfortable and not frigid anymore. You see a slight sheen around you at the edge of this, but you're still able to like see out from inside.
It's not Charlie Sheen, is it?
It might be. This
You had to
hut,
use Tiger Plug to cast it, so
and this hut is by winning.
Son of a bitch.
So you all rest for a little while and recuperate and thaw out a bit
Ooh, a short rest?
if you would
Did I
like.
get a long rest?
You did get a long rest before you guys got here, so yeah.
we I think we did the short rests last time.
We did.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Well,
So dangerously low on spell slots.
well,
We did use a
everybody.
lot on those 2 demons.
Yeah.
Demons? Okay, what did I miss, guys?
Well, we went to hell.
We're still there.
Yeah.
You froze
Right.
solid for a time.
Eh, Not so much froze solid as you just retracted entirely into your shell.
I think it was like spontaneous hibernation.
For lack of a better term, you turtled.
Turtled. Sure.
And trying to make heads or tails of this new dimension or plane we find ourselves in, it became more and more clear as time went on that we're in Stygia.
Okay. Trying to remember if Stygia is one of the planes I passed through in that awful nightmare I had.
Way back in the beginning.
Way back in the beginning.
So
Oh.
during that dream, it wasn't technically like you were passing through the planes so much as it was images of the planes flying past your vision. You were seeing glimpses of the planes, and you were seeing thousands upon thousands of different dimensions. And
I saw us here, guys, in that prophetic dream I had earlier, like last week or 2 weeks
Did you
ago.
also potentially see us not here? Later?
Oh yeah, lots of times.
Home, maybe?
Most of the time we weren't here.
I would ask how that's even possible, but
Well, see,
well, you are a
time
cleric.
moves in such a way to separate, so we're not all like different places at the same time. It's like it spreads us out. Otherwise,
I will
everything would
take
happen
your
at
word
the same
for
time,
it.
same place. Anyway, so we could just use that amulet to go back, right?
In
Uh, 6 more
7,
days.
6 more days.
6 more days.
Kind of a weekly thing.
That is the limitation of this thing.
So let me get this straight. We're in Stygia, which is in hell, and we have to be here for 6 more days. And
No,
we're surrounded by.
we have to stay here today, 6 full days, and then the next day we can go.
So 7 days.
Yeah, including today, 7 days. Next day we go.
This day gets better and better.
Hey, can you freeze a turtle and then thaw it, and it's still alive like a frog?
I'm a cleric. I'm not
I don't
not
even know
a student
why
of.
he would know that.
I don't know. I don't experiment with turtles.
Seems relevant for some reason.
I don't ask you questions about apes. Just saying.
That's actually a very good point.
I've been kind of not bringing it up for a while now.
I believe we've established that high elves are shat out of God's our soul. So
Yeah, but I remember one
Creation.
time we
Compare
were
me
all
to
discussing the
other pieces of shit.
non-biological origins of the races, and you assured me I was very much wrong.
Me?
I don't know, y'all. Oh no, hell's getting to me. I can feel us arguing already. Can't wait to band together, guys.
Okay.
I'm gonna go check this cave out and make sure nothing's hanging out near us.
That's
Can
good.
you freely come and go in the tiny
Yeah.
hut?
If you were in it
Oh,
when
no.
it was cast,
Let me pray.
but he can't. Butch has to stay. But he needs to
Oh,
warm
great.
up anyway.
That's true.
I mean, I have a feeling if we all need to leave, we're all gonna leave.
Yeah, I'm gonna dig through my pack and look for food.
I am very, very sneaky.
I give you a. I don't think I'd have any at this point. Actually, just kidding. Oh my!
I don't remember actually eating any of my stuff in my pack.
When you cast the tiny hut, what color did you make it? Because from the outside, it appears as an opaque dome of a color of your choosing.
Well, let's see. That's not good.
Wouldn't.
Probably one that is not great because I rolled really poorly on that wisdom check. So I'm gonna guess.
Argument that it would be intelligence solely because when you look around the surroundings and say, maybe this should be the same color.
I think that's wisdom.
Is it wisdom?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Intelligence would be identifying the colors. Wisdom
Wouldn't you
would
have
be
to
knowing
identify
match 'em.
it?
Now I'm really curious what the color is.
This is pink.
It's like
Fucking purple.
highlighter pink.
No. What color's the sky here?
We're
Yeah.
underground. We're under ice.
Sorry, everybody
Alright.
on the stream. I'm fixing something. I
The
apologize.
sky was storm colored.
Yeah, this
Yeah.
the
Gray.
sky was basically storming. It was like consistent thunderstorms, very gray and
Well, this ritual did take me 10 minutes to cast, which means you all had a chance to give me input.
Well, I think we would have said match it to the surroundings. Surroundings look white as snow, make the dome white.
Well, you are the wizard.
all right.
Okay.
Hopefully that's a little clearer, everyone. I apologize for that weird interruption there. Technical glitches. All right, so you made it a white or opaque dome.
Yes, I have honored the wishes of my very pale, very, very pale today friend.
Fantastic.
Yes, we're very pale today.
Very, very.
Yeah, I
He's
think
especially albino today.
Got some frost on your face from that storm still.
I'm going to do the wise thing as the wizard and go outside of the hut, and if there's actively like snow or something like that, I'm going to attempt to try to put it on the hut so as to even more camouflage.
Well, so you walk out, and it's kind of a discerning feeling because you walk through this kind
I'm
of
going to go out
shimmering-
with him and look around to make
Okay.
sure nobody's coming.
So you walk through this shimmering field and instantly turn around, and you just see this opaque white bubble on there. You look down at the ground. and it's all you see is basically solid ice where you're at. You are literally in a cave of solid ice. Everything around you is ice. The map is a little misleading because I found it in 30 seconds yesterday after the roll, so all the things that look like
Understandable.
boulders are actually big chunks of ice.
It's all ice down here.
It's all ice down here.
Okay.
Well, I got bad news, guys. I've only got 2 days worth of rations in my bag.
I
I've
have
got 10, I think.
I can also make good berries. Or I'm sorry, good shrooms. Which will fill us up. Should do. I think I'm more concerned about the environment and the denizens of this place.
Yeah, I'm gonna go look around.
Can't we just sleep for a week?
All right. Arnon, make a stealth check then.
It's lovely.
And I have my hood up on my cloak.
Of course.
21. Because the natural one does not count.
Indeed. All right.
Those
So
natural don't count.
you walk out of this little alcove that you guys set up your tiny hut in, and to your left you see the pathway that you came down, and then to the right the pathway forks down 2 separate trails.
Are there tracks?
Make a investigation check.
22.
All right. Yes, you do see.
Is it well lit outside?
No, but all of you have dark vision. I mean, you're in an ice cave. You have this eerily bluish glow from like a little bit of light radiating through the ice, but
So it was initially dim.
yeah.
So with our dark vision, it's like normal.
Yes.
I'm gonna go back and say, hey Butch, can you give me like your super dark vision thing while I check this place out? So I can see like really far instead of not so far.
I'm going to give it to everybody.
Sweet.
All right.
All right, now I'll go back and continue.
So with your 22 investigation check, you do see there are quite a few tracks that are reminiscent of the feet of the creatures that you just battled. And then you also see some very large, probably footprints, look like boot prints, but they're very, very large. They're probably a good couple feet in length. And they appear to be going down the left path. There's a few that go down the right, but the majority of the traffic looks like it goes down the left path.
Left on the map or left to me?
Left to you, so it would be right on the map.
Okay. Anything going down the other way?
A few tracks, but it's fairly sparse. And with your 22 investigation, you can tell those tracks seem to be older. They seem to have been there for a while, whereas the ones going down the the left, seem to be pretty fresh.
Okay. How far can I see before the tunnel turns or whatever?
If you look down the right side, the right path, if you look down the right side, you see down probably a few hundred feet, probably about 200 feet before it curves pretty sharply to the right. The left side, pretty similar, probably 400 or 500 feet, and then it seems to kind of taper off into it kind of looks like it's curving to the right as well, but also this whole path seems to be at more of a sharper angle.
Am I leaving tracks?
Very slight. Well, you rolled a 21 on stealth, so
Yeah.
and there's not a lot of loose, like, this is pretty much just solid ice with like a little bit of,
Okay.
so if you are, they are extremely faint.
Okay. I'm gonna continue down
Which way?
the left one.
The left path?
The one where the footprints are going. The fresh ones, the big ones. Stealthily and slowly.
Let me check something real quick. Oh shit, I closed it. Hold on 1 second. Okay, so you head down. And you get down probably right to the curve. And you kind of peer around and you see that it's almost like a switchback. It seems to kind of curve almost at 180 degrees and continue down that way for another 300-400 feet.
Tracks are still
Tracks are still pretty consistent, and it would be about this time that in your mind you suddenly hear a masculine voice that sounds very, very weak, just saying, "Help me."
I remember the
Of
last
course,
time
I
something
totally just
spoke
left.
in our minds.
What did he say?
Said, "Help me,
Okay.
please, please help me."
Your only hope. I'm going to ignore the voice and just keep scoping at this tunnel. It's real slow and stealthy. I'm going to go down further with these tracks and see what I come across.
So you walk for probably another 15-20 minutes, very slowly making your way down this next path to where it turns again and kind of backs down on itself again one more time. So you are literally just going down almost switchbacks. You continue down, and in your head again you hear that same voice. "I can't hold out much longer. I'm trapped."
Okay. Is there another switchback ahead?
You walk down to the bottom of this one, and it curves to the right, and you turn, and this goes slightly, the tunnel goes out slightly and then opens up into a very large chamber. But there's a path almost carved into the ice, slightly recessed, probably about 6 inches. A path that's about 20 feet wide that goes up to, you see this made out of pure ice, almost carved, this structure that you see two solid doors on this front pillar that's probably 30 to 40 feet tall and goes up to a point, almost like a spire of a castle. And then behind that, a large kind of rounded spire or tower as well that goes up probably 100 feet or 75 to 100 feet up. Just looks like this giant keep made out of solid ice. You see like slits of windows throughout it, behind this centralized with the two doors.
Does the tunnel come out into that path? Like,
Yes.
is there any way like up out of the path to like sneak around the cavern, or is it just that path and nothing else?
The path
Option one.
comes out, the walls kind of wrap. So if the path is coming out this way, the tunnel that you're in, the walls open up into basically just sheer ice cliffs that kind of surround this area. Looking at it, you don't really see any places to hide. Once you're out there, you would pretty much be out in the open.
Okay.
And at this point, you also hear that same voice again. I don't deserve this. I'm getting weak.
All right, I'm not trusting anybody who talks in my head in hell. So I'm going to turn around and make my way back to the group and tell them what I found. That there was tracks the whole way, looked pretty fresh, and there's a fucking ice.
One
citadel.
second there. Before you do that,
What kind of ice?
before you
Ice
do that,
citadel.
A fucking ice citadel.
Oh, the ice citadel of fucking.
before you do that,
Some bitch in white came out and offered me Turkish delight.
That does
Hold
sound
on.
bitchin'.
All right, let's hear what
Hold
the DM
on.
has.
hold on. I should have looked this up.
Is what you're about to say happening before he makes it back to us?
Yes, this is while he's still standing there.
It better not be a charisma check.
No, but I would like you to make a wisdom saving throw.
What the
Voices in the head.
Oh,
Oh no. 9.
You hear that same voice in your head say, "You have to help me." And get help and help me. And you feel extremely compelled to explain to your friends that there is somebody in dire need of help. You feel
Okay.
You feel extremely compelled to let your friends know that there is an innocent person being held against their will.
Go, low charisma. Fail to convince us.
I'm trying to say this in as few words as possible, like Arnon would.
Well, how do you usually deal with your compulsions?
Have you come back already?
This is a family stream.
When?
I think we've already. Mm-mm.
I think we
was a
burnt
line.
that bridge when we got
We
to it.
crossed it.
Quiet,
I think-
mime.
I think I blew it with that reference to the Citadel of fucking.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah. So I found an ice castle,
How
Yeah.
big was the ice castle?
like 75 feet tall. It's a big cave
Oh,
down
so
there.
not like a sand castle, like an actual castle.
People
I said
live in there.
ice castle.
All right.
There's no sand here. Just ice.
You see anybody?
I didn't see him, but he sent me a message, and he needs help down there.
Who does?
Who?
Just a dude. He didn't tell me his name.
Skater boy.
So you didn't see anyone, but you heard someone?
Yeah, he's definitely in the castle.
In the castle, huh?
Citadel. Keep.
What's the difference?
What did he want?
He needs help. He needs broken out of there or saved or something.
Wait, a citadel is a military installation, right?
I think you're focusing on the wrong part here.
Well, if we're going to judge what kind of building it is, and I think I am.
Keep is also a military building inside of a castle.
That's true.
I've used 3 military terms, and you're trying to distinguish between the 3.
It's castle
It's a
military.
fortress. There's another one.
Ooh. Oh,
So-
now it's sounding more serious.
Ice, fortress, castle, keep, citadel, whatever. There's someone in there? You're sure they're in there?
It got stronger, louder as I got closer.
Did they say they'd help us leave? Did they give you any promises of anything? Tell you why they're trapped?
They were very.
How are they not?
Anything?
It's not safe to shout across such a great distance.
Can I
No, he
insight check
sent me a message.
Arnon telling us this?
Oh,
Sure.
no, you don't want to listen to that. You shouldn't be
Gwen-
listening to anything.
Gwen talks to Hugh.
Nothing in your head. That's no.
Hey.
Those come from the old
Wait,
slave
did you just
masters.
say that it was in your head?
Yeah,
That's not
let
okay.
Gwen and Hugh talk.
He seems
No,
to be.
Yeah.
no, they have a magic rock for that. That's different.
He seems to be.
Maybe this guy has a rock.
He seems to be legitimately worried about this person that he's talking about.
Guys, this is me legitimately worried.
Yeah. No, the mind creatures will do that to you. Listen, I've listened to all the stories from Clan Anaconda. You don't want to deal with any of that.
Clan
I'm
Anaconda.
Well, I say clan because if I say bale, you're like, what's a bale? Then I have to explain that you guys call them like clans because that makes more sense to you. We call
Are
them
you
bales.
warm yet?
Yeah.
Oh.
Arnon, Arnon, let me have a look at you.
Ooh.
I'm going to.
Are you actually touching me, or are you just pretending to?
I'm about to
Hovering.
basically like take a look at you, and it's going to involve touching.
You better warn
Classic
him.
hover hands.
He'll stab you.
Yeah,
You
Do
wanted
the
to-
hover woo woo hands.
that's a risk I'm willing to take, as I'm going to cast Identify on Arnon.
Identify on Arnon.
Yeah, I know the results already.
He's a high elf.
Asshole.
Well, here's the thing.
No.
When you cast Identify on a creature, you learn what spells, if any, are currently affecting it.
And that's why it's good to have a wizard in the party. I, the cleric, had no idea.
It's a good spell.
I am.
I have
going
a-
to say.
I have a healthy skepticism, guys. This guy needs help.
I'm concerned
Yeah.
after what we just went through an hour ago that
I
We
can
might
only
be biting off
imagine.
more we can chew.
I can only imagine what this guy's going through in the ice citadel fortress.
I have a
While
belly full of
I-
rations, so I'm not that
Castle
worried
Keep.
about chewing.
While
Read
I
out.
So,
sympathize with that, I am very concerned about us just thrusting ourselves into it. Like maybe there's another way we can help other than walking through the doors of the ice citadel or whatever. I don't know. I'd like to see our home plane again.
so
Like, for serious, we should just lay low for a week.
Elric,
Mm-hmm.
so you cast Identify on Arnett.
Yep.
He is a douchebag. Confirmed.
I'm getting asshole.
What level? What? So go ahead and roll
High elf.
that. Go ahead and roll that. And what level is Identify?
Identify is a first level spell.
For the sake of this, I'm going to ask you to make an intelligence check.
An intelligence check.
Yes.
Okay. Oh, big money, no whammy, no whammy.
It is difficult to
That's
tell.
a 6.
You,
That is a 6.
yeah,
Son
that
of
is
a bitch.
that is a 6.
No.
It's you cast your Identify spell, and for a second you see, for like a very split second, you do start to see a kind of shimmer. But
So I can tell there's
Then-
magic, but I can't tell what it is.
it seems to almost dissipate as soon as you start to get a grasp on it.
Ooh,
It's
that's
hell abolus, man. It's hell abolus. This is not a good idea.
Arnon's ensorcelled.
Sweet.
Oh,
So we should tie him down. Someone else has to go find food.
we have food.
Because if he's
but
ensorcelled, he's gonna.
we
There
don't
are
need to
gonna
go looking
be
for food.
things going by here.
Oh, right, mushrooms.
We have mushrooms and I have 10 days worth of rations I'm happy to share. But like Arnon just said, we have to be wary of the
We're
people that are
literally
here.
in the ice castle's driveway.
We should move them.
There was another tunnel.
Did you
I think we
down
should
the
go
other
down that
tunnel?
one.
The other tunnel?
There is another tunnel.
You think we
I
should
think
go
we should
down?
I think we shot that other
The
guy.
ensorcelled
There's another
person
tunnel.
says we should go down the other tunnel.
There's another.
Ew.
There's another tunnel. It's got old tracks, no new ones.
Did you speak back to this person?
I don't have magic. Oh yes, I am.
Wait a minute.
But I never lie.
When I
Did
talk to Hugh via the sending stones,
Yeah.
there's one message there and one message back. This isn't that.
Well, it kind of creeped me out. I was ignoring it. I didn't talk back to him. I'm ignoring it.
Elric, what kind of magics can do multiple messages like that? Since I am untrained in the Arcana skill.
Magic whispers.
If we're to move this hut, we're going to be moving it away from the citadel and not closer.
Oh, we can't move the hut. I just have to make a new hut later.
Oh.
I mean,
Yeah.
I don't. Okay. All right. Arnon, hear me out. I can help us with stealth tomorrow.
Guy didn't sound good. Said it wasn't going to last very long.
Okay, so we don't know if Arnon is compelled or wait, you said he was definitely ensorcelled?
There was some
Elric.
magic affecting him.
Elric.
Okay. So it could just be
Hold on.
telepathy.
Elric, make a wisdom save.
A wisdom save. Holy shit.
I don't want to die.
So about things like bless and guidance.
Not on saving throws, and you don't have them
Not
right
on
now.
saves. That's true. The next time I'm doing a check.
Last time you died worked out. I mean,
Not sure I could keep cashing that in.
For those who are listening, I rolled a 16.
You hear in your head, I'm going to die. Help me. And suddenly you feel this overwhelming need to believe Arnon.
You okay, Elric?
We are trapped down here in this frigid hellscape. A fate I wouldn't wish on anyone. If it's even possible that there's someone or something in that citadel that needs our help, I wouldn't want to damn anyone to this frozen torment.
Not
This
opposed
guy
to
knows
trying to
what's up.
help. I think maybe we should take a rest before we go to help. Just a quick 4 hours. Just enough to like get our gear back so that we're not just walking into death and then he's not saved and we're dead. Like nobody gets help at that point. As much as I like death, I'm rather averse to my own and your all's. So I would love to just be a little more prepared before we go.
I thought you liked mushrooms.
I love them, but
That's not
I
death.
do.
It's not death.
It's a trust the process,
Oh,
which they are a part of.
Actually, real quick. Hold on a second. You guys are elves.
Could we take a rest in the middle of the day?
Do we have advantage on charm effects?
Yeah, you do have advantage. So
Yes.
Yeah, Elric and Arnon, you would both have made those saves with advantage.
okay.
Well, Elric, nothing changed.
Son of a bitch.
Oh, natural 20.
Nothing changes, Arnon.
Now
I'm still compelled.
You are still compelled.
Nothing changes for Arnon, but
with a
something does change.
21.
No, nothing changed for either one of them.
Oh my god.
Nothing changed with a nat 20?
Nothing seemed to change for either one of them.
Oh boy.
However, Arnon, I will say that once Elric started saying that he needed to, that you guys should assist him, the compulsion to help kind of diminished slightly. You still feel, you don't feel quite as strong about it. You still feel like it should be there, but you still wonder whether or not this being deserves the fate that they're in. But the overwhelming need to rush down there with all of your friends right this second seems to have subsided slightly. But now, Elric, you are feeling that.
You get my point, though, Arnon?
Yeah.
And maybe preparation is good.
Yeah. I just. I don't know. Got all these feelings. It's weird.
New feelings?
Usually not like compelled to help other people out, but I really feel like this guy needs help.
It's weird that I'm discouraging these feelings in you.
I don't want to discourage the feelings. I just don't want to go in headlong into a trap or a disaster.
I feel like you guys are impeding my growth.
No, I'm talking about Arnon.
No.
Individual.
I love that you are expressing yourself and wanting to help people, Arnon.
No, I don't care anymore.
You don't care about them anymore?
I don't care anymore. No, I'm kidding. I do.
So I don't know what you want.
Because he's a joker.
Oh.
No offense, Elric.
leaves the tiny hut.
Elric, where are you going?
Someone go get him.
Gwen and Butch,
I can't leave the tiny hut.
both of you here. Just, you don't feel anything, but you both hear in your heads at separate points. You do hear, help me.
Can I try to reply?
You can try.
So I say, you know, can we prepare? If we're going to help you, can we prepare? How much danger are you in?
I don't know how much longer I can survive.
4 hours?
It's recording, guys.
I've been down here so long already. I've been stuck here. Help me.
And I'm not feeling any compulsions.
No more than you would from anyone else that you hear say, help me.
Okay. I'm acting of my own volition at the moment. Wait, is Elric full ass going down the other path right now?
Elric, what are you doing?
I feel compelled to help.
You're going the wrong way, I think.
Well, Arnon didn't tell him which path he went down, did he?
Someone go get him.
Elric, which path are you going down? Are you going down the one on the left of the map?
Yep.
Okay, so you walk out, and where it lies, you go down the one on the right, looking at it. You walk down. You go through. It goes down for about 100, 200 feet, and then you see a switchback. You turn the corner, and you look out, and this path goes on for quite a ways, probably 600-700 yards. But at the very far end, you start seeing, when on the edge of your vision, like on the edge of your dark vision, where things start getting. Make a perception check, actually, before I go into that.
Now I roll high.
So that's a 23. So yeah, right on the edge of where your dark vision ends, you start seeing these small shapes on the ground. Almost look like boulders from your angle. Multiple sets of them, almost in rows. Like, you look and there's dozens of them, if not hundreds. They look like they're evenly spaced apart.
One of them opens up.
Like, do they look like they're moving?
From where you're at right now, no.
Yeah, I'm going to try to sneak.
Go ahead and roll a stealth check for me.
Did he charge on ahead of us like none of us had a chance to follow?
He left. You guys were still talking. He left. Are you following him now?
I mean, I said, Elric, where are you going? And then I think at that point I would have left the hut to at least see where he was going.
Okay. If you want to say that you've been following him, you can. However, he is quite a ways ahead of you at this point.
Okay.
But you are in pursuit of him.
Okay.
I'll go too.
Okay.
And you stay warm.
All right. So
Okay.
Come with us, which is fine.
and Rhett's like, she's saying that, I'm really not feeling very good. You guys go find him, and this place is getting to me. You guys go find him. Make sure he's safe. So, with the 16 stealth, Elric, you feel like you're pretty confident that you're unseen, and you creep up closer. And as you get closer to these objects, they start taking shape. And what you thought were boulders, you see now are heads staring up at the ceiling. You step slightly closer. You step slightly closer, and then all of a sudden, when you're a few hundred yards, about 75 to 100 yards away, one of them snaps and looks straight at you.
With that, I immediately run backwards.
You hear, while you jump back, you hear, "He's coming. Where is he?" "There's more of them." And you just hear these little snippets coming from different. And each time, if you look back, each time you hear a voice, you see a head snap over and speak, and then a snaps back. And then a separate one snaps over and starts speaking.
These heads are just lying there. They don't have bodies or anything like that.
The closer you get, you are able to tell that they do, in fact, have bodies. They are frozen up to the neck in the ice.
But upon them snapping and looking at my direction, I bolt the other way.
All right, so you take off and you come around a corner and practically run headfirst into Gwen.
I was probably further down the path at this point.
Right.
I wasn't moving my token, but
Yeah, Elric, you had gone down you had been walking for probably about 15 minutes by the time you came across that.
Yeah.
met you down here.
Yeah.
Yep.
What happened?
People frozen. Their heads sticking out when I approached. Their faces snapped to look directly into my direction. I don't think I've seen anything like that before.
Was it were they the ones who needed help?
I wasn't sure. I didn't get close enough to ask. I've just... I remember my training, and anytime something looks like a potential fight, I make sure I'm with the rest of the group.
Sounds logic. Let's go. Back to the hut? I don't.
Yes, come back to the hut.
Oh, God.
I'm still compelled to...
You are.
Oh...
Did Gwen get an answer?
Oh, I'm sorry. What did Gwen ask?
When I
we wait?
responded,
Yes.
yeah, I asked if we could wait. Can we rest? Or not? Can we rest? But can we prepare? Can we have a few hours to
Oh,
get our
that's
shit
right.
together?
The voice said back to you, I've already been down here for so long, I don't know how much longer I can
I
hold
remember
out.
now.
Okay, Arnon, they've
I'm
been
not-
gone too long. Let's
I'm
go get
not
them.
supposed to be here.
I think Arnon booked after us
I'm
as
down
well.
with Gwen.
Oh, well then I'm ending the hut.
No, I
I'm
said
going
stay
down
here,
again.
and Rhett wants to stay there too. She's
Well,
not feeling good.
Does it end if you leave it?
Yes.
Oh,
Yep.
shit. Well, that sucks.
well, everyone left.
Rhett's still there.
I'll pick her up, I guess. Is she hurt?
Stay put, you'll freeze.
Mm,
She's getting a migraine
For-
from hell.
For the sake of this specific instance, I am going to make a judgment call because and say that in this specific instance, you're able to more or less transfer the concentration to Rhett. So if she stays in the hut will stay up.
she is a bard and they have mysterious powers.
Indeed. So we're gonna say that
Fucking sweet.
this time only, because I don't want to run a PC as well. That's what's gonna happen.
All right. Where do I move myself on the map? All the way down there?
That's where they were.
I don't know if Arnon made it down to us.
Arnon was right behind you, so yeah, he would have.
Arnon, get down here.
I switched to theater of the mind.
Yeah. That's what I've been doing the whole time anyway, so.
Okay.
Well,
It
so
doesn't-
Arnon's with us?
It doesn't really matter where your tokens are on the map. The map's
I'm right
basically
next to
just open for dice rolls at this point.
Okay.
Okay. So we've all met up here in the
As
other
soon as I-
tunnel.
As soon as I join you, I activate my Twilight Sanctuary because I can end a charmed effect on each and every one of us every round
All right.
For how long?
Shit.
until the Twilight Sanctuary is done.
Like it doesn't have a fixed time. It's not an hour.
It lasts for a minute.
But through that, he would be able to
Yeah.
dispel charm off,
Yeah.
which
So we can have an actual conversation about what we should do.
The hell? I hate people.
So,
You hate.
so
eagles? What'd you
I
say?
summon the power of the great moon goddess. Charms be gone. Twilight, protect us. Okay. Are we all feeling normal now?
Yeah, I don't know what got
Exactly.
over me.
Exactly as I did before.
Elric?
I no longer feel the suicidal need to run off by myself into a fight.
Yeah, we should probably not do that.
it's at this time where Butch, in your head, you hear, I'm sorry for the deception. I'm just desperate. I'm just desperate. I need help.
I'm not opposed to helping this person. I just think it would be a good idea for us to be prepared before we do it.
We don't know which tunnel he's in.
Let me roll insight.
Don't you know what tunnel he's in, Arnon?
If you'd like to roll insight.
I don't actually.
Awesome.
He
Total of
seems
9.
Yeah, he seems completely, truthful. You think that he's telling the truth. He seems desperate.
Ask him where he is.
Are we able to try to talk back to him, since he's talked to all of us at this point individually? Can we try to talk back to him?
You can certainly try.
I'm going to raise my holy symbol up towards where the heavens should be. Oh, goddess of moonlight, lunar lady, lady of dreams, please guide us. Please guide us on the veracity of these claims, for I fear it is one of the deceivers. I don't actually anticipate any kind of response, but
Are you casting something, or are you just praying?
spraying. I mean, yeah, I don't have. I no longer have the spell that gives me any kind of.
Yeah. So
there.
You
I'm gonna
submit your prayer to the ether, but unfortunately, whether or not it's the evil of the area you're in or just a lack of direct connection at this point, you don't hear any kind of response.
Gwen, can you provide any guidance from the powers of nature to aid us in this decision?
not ethereally.
Not like a spell that gives guidance?
I mean, I can certainly offer you guidance on what you're trying to do, if you would like. If
It's
you'd
just
like.
we have a long history of we turtles. In our history, we have been deceived many times, enslaved a couple of times. It's very difficult for me to trust random voices in the ether. However sincere they appear to be, since sincerity is a skill.
I'm going to try to think about how I felt when I heard the voice and try to reply back to it and ask who and where they are. And also totally willing to cast guidance on Butch. I just don't know what you're trying to do. Just, here you go.
My name is Caleb. I'm entombed in the Citadel.
Would I know a Caleb? Like, is there any historical significance to the name Caleb?
Not that you're aware of.
Does it sound like a kid?
No. It sounds like an adult.
Perhaps we ought to consider.
I share that with the group, by the way.
Yeah, we ought to consider that we are in hell.
Yeah.
Oh, I've been considering.
Lies and falsehoods and other forms of manipulation are to be expected.
But what if
Coin
it's
of trade.
not? Like, we got here and we shouldn't be here. Like, what if we're not the first? I'm sure we're not the first. If things like what Hugh gave us exist, can't be the only one.
I don't want to become some sort of hell servant.
I mean, neither do I, but I mean, like I said, I'm keen to maybe see if we can help this person. Just not keen to run in headlong.
It's a citadel in hell.
Sure.
I'm not built for stealth.
I could do pass. Yes, please. I could do pass without a trace tomorrow.
I'm suggesting against going there at all. They started with magically trying to manipulate us with charming magic, and then admitted to lying. Whatever's in there, I dare say there might be a reason why they're down here.
Yeah, and admitting to lying could just be another ruse.
I'm going to reach back out and ask why they're here. How'd they get stuck here?
I was a sacrifice.
To what?
Asmodeus.
Are they keeping you here? Or did you just... Go ahead.
I was captured in battle and given to the hells as a payment for protection. I don't deserve to be down here.
Does he have any guards?
I'm relaying this to everybody as I'm having this conversation.
There's one. There's one giant.
Fuck me.
Must have been the tracks I saw.
All I know about the hells is the weakest monsters down here are still a pain in the ass. I don't think we stand a chance in Stygia going up against the Citadel.
I'm gonna ask if he can try to manipulate us. I'm asking. Sorry. You tried to manipulate us to help you. Why can't you use that to get yourself out?
It doesn't work against the demons, and it only works on people who also don't belong down here. The guards and the citizens down here seem to be immune to my magic.
Why did you cast it on us?
Because you're the first people I've seen.
How did this person see us?
Maybe he
felt you, not... I didn't see you with my eyes. I felt your presence.
Guys, I want to help him now.
Scott wants to help him. I'm not sure about Arnon.
This thing...
You know who can feel people's presences? Creepy telepathic monsters that eat people's brains. I don't really want to do this.
But what if he's not? Then you're just leaving a soul who was sacrificed as some fucking what's it called when someone shakes someone down? Payment protection money? Someone sacrificed as protection money? You just want to leave him down? If that's true, leave him down here?
I don't think it's true.
Gwen, this thing nearly ensorcelled 2 of us. And now you want to go and help this thing of your own free will.
It's not a nice thing.
The giant thing checks out. The one guard thing. And we may have to end up fighting him anyway, because his tracks go right past where we're staying. And I ain't sleeping with the talking heads.
Well, once this Twilight Sanctuary is over, we may be compelled to do stuff we don't want to do anyway. On account of Master Telepathic invade our minds, compel us to do things. Who's so nice, we should go help him.
I'm still of a mind we need to fucking prepare. Like, we go in there now, we all die.
Oh,
he doesn't
we
get
need
saved.
to prepare.
Plus, I would imagine he's not like, what's he going to do? Die and go to hell again? Like, he's just, I don't want him to be here longer than he needs to be, but it's a fool's errand if we're not prepared.
We nearly died to just 2 of the demons down here.
Butch would probably know this, that spells and other magical effects cannot penetrate the hut.
Yep.
So why don't we go rest in the hut and then talk about it after we are recharged.
Well, this gives more credence to my theory that he's a telepathic monster because spells should not be able to penetrate that hut, which means he was probably using psionic abilities, which belong to creepy, aberrant, awful monster things.
I'm sure psionic abilities aren't only like I'm sure I can do things that other druids can't do. I mean, I'm not saying that we just oh, fuck. I don't want to just write it off and leave him abandoned here if his story is true. You saw the people that were sacrificed back in Conticaria, back in Castellatri.
And we narrowly survived preventing a pit fiend from coming through.
Maybe we can
Narrowly.
do this without combat. Maybe there's something more fantastical or some shenanigans we can get up to help him without combat. I mean, clearly, well, He's clearly a powerful caster. Or he's a monster. We can help him. We can go rest. I think we should rest regardless. Once we leave the hut, though, like, we might be helping him anyways. So let's be prepared for that.
He was using his magics on us when we were in the hut, which is supposed to be impenetrable to magic. So
there's something else going on.
Yep.
That
Who
might
knows?
have been
Maybe
a,
it's a
that
minor deed.
might have been a
Might have
DM
been a
error there
DM
that
flip-up.
I didn't realize that spells don't penetrate the hut.
And we'll pretend that didn't happen.
Sorry, I'm
Yeah,
thinking of job of the hut.
I was compelled and walked out of the hut, and you guys followed me.
Yeah,
and
there we
he
go.
was able to.
Yes. Okay.
Yes.
All right, let's go rest. Go
Retcon.
fucking rest.
We're going to go back. And we're going to sleep on this.
Man, I
Well,
didn't have to
give a
use my
fuck
Twilight
what time
Sanctuary
day it
then.
is.
All right.
You get it back, right?
So are you guys?
After a full rest.
So you guys just basically gonna hang out in the hut for a day? Or
Can we not sleep in the middle of the day? Like
I'd
do our trances or whatever.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Our trances are only 4 hours.
I mean, I'm
mean-
cool staying in the hut for 7 or 8 days.
I mean, technically, the three of you could, but Butch still needs a full 8 hours to get his.
But he
rest.
didn't do anything.
Butch didn't do
shit!
anything
You're right.
last
He
week.
didn't do anything last week.
Yo.
So-
Right.
Okay, for the sake of this, yes, I will say that you guys, even though it's basically noon, you guys can go in and power nap if you would like.
For a full hour. For 4 hours.
For
Okay.
a full 4 hours, if that's what you would
That's
like to do.
That's what I was trying to say. I would like to do that, and then I would like to maybe assess the Citadel situation.
All right. Well, while you guys make your way back into the hut and start your trance, we're going to go ahead and take a break because it's
Sweet.
almost 10 o'clock. So we shall return in 5-10 minutes. I don't know. I never actually time it. And we will see you in just a little bit. we are back. So,
Back.
you guys are doing your
Back.
quote unquote long rest now.
Yes,
And-
we are preparing
Sure.
for battle.
All right. So, Arnon and Elric, go ahead and roll your long rest.
Done.
I gotta reload.
And just for the sake of brevity, or just for the sake of this, I'll just go ahead and do Rex as well. Reload Foundry or your computer?
Yeah.
Okay.
Gotta refresh it.
All right. While you guys wait for Arnon to return, what are you guys doing on this? You all went into your trances for your 4 hours, so it is now cresting into early evening.
Still the same day.
Still the
Right.
same day.
Our first day there.
Correct.
Stunning.
I guess I wouldn't play my flute for 4 hours because I don't want anyone to hear us.
I think now that our rest is done,
I suppose I meditated and prayed for 4 hours.
and what do you all think about leaving the hut and
I
investigating further?
I kind of want to.
I think this is a bad idea, but
How am I going to stay warm?
that's a really good question.
Do you have any metal adornments on your shell? Heat metal.
I mean, honestly, I'm from a swamp where I've never had to be cold, like ever.
Well, we came in upstairs upstairs on the surface in a storm, so maybe it was the shock to your system. I mean, when we've been walking
Could
around
be.
here outside of the hut, how you feeling?
DM,
You seem
he
to
feel?
have adapted fairly well.
have acclimated.
Acclimated, that's the word I was looking for.
Okay, give it a whirl.
All right. So what are you doing?
We be stealthy and move to the Citadel, following Arnon's lead and using Gwen's stealth, and pray a lot.
Let me check one of my books that I bought.
Oh, Jesus.
We could ambush the giant.
For those listening, the book that Arnon has popped up says, "So, you're in hell. You screwed up," with a picture of, is that supposed to be Daredevil? Or is that just the devil?
That's Devil Captain America. That's
Yeah. Devil Captain America.
See America.
See America.
Oh no.
Oh my god. All right. Anyway. So, are you guys stealthing down the pathway then? Is that what I heard?
I believe we
Yeah.
are.
If we are, then I'm going to cast Pass Without a Trace.
All right. Go ahead and roll stealth, everyone.
Yeah, I'd rather ambush the giant than him ambush us.
Oh, wow. Off to a great start.
26.
Don't you have advantage on
10.
stealth?
I do. Oh. Thanks for the reminder. That's a 28 natural 20.
Which means 38, thanks to Pass Without a Trace.
I
Yeah.
got a 14.
Oh my
thanks to
gosh.
Pass Without a Trace.
My total is 20. That's amazing. 14 is not so amazing.
All right. However, with a 38, a 14, a 20, and a 27, you guys feel pretty stealthy. So which path are you going down?
Arnon.
We're going to go to the left. towards the citadel.
So, for the sake of brevity, yes, you guys make your way down this path through the switchbacks and everything, and you guys stop just shy of where it turns into and begins to open into the open, like, tall chasm. And you look up and you see this extremely high ceilinged cave, probably 125 to 150 foot tall ceiling, and you see like this one glowing like spotlight of light coming down from the top and seems to bathe this citadel looking ice sculpture in light. The walls themselves are kind of a crystal blue and just look like sheer ice. And then you see that 20-foot wide pathway leading to a set of large double doors hinged into an ice archway.
If I take some time to walk around the citadel, are there any other entrances?
You walk around and you do see a few windows high up that are probably a good 30 feet up, but you don't notice any other doors.
Has the guy reached out to us again?
A couple times during your walk, you have heard just, please, help, please.
I will investigate the doors.
I'm gonna respond to one of those and say, hey, just curious, what's 2 plus 2?
What?
Okay, never mind.
4? Why?
Yeah, I was just checking something.
You've confused your DM, but okay.
I was checking to see if it was just a set of automated responses in a trap or
gotcha,
something.
Gotcha.
Yep.
All right.
I just apologize.
So you stealth your way up to the door and you're investigating the door?
Yeah.
Go for it.
I'm keeping my eye out for anyone that might be coming up on us.
18.
All right. With that 18 investigation, you do notice the door itself does not appear to be trapped. However, it does appear to be locked. Butch, with the 13, you're fairly confident that you guys are alone here.
It's locked.
Oh,
Yes.
You know what that means.
confidence is my weakness. What does that mean?
Pick that sucker.
Yeah, pick it.
Unless somebody wants to
Stick it in the
detect
lock-in, pick it.
magic.
You're picking the front door of the Citadel?
Yeah.
How
Unless
is
somebody
no one
wants to detect
watching the front
He said there was only one guard.
door of the Citadel?
He said there was only one guard.
Perhaps I ought to detect magic first.
Can I ask him if he's alone? Is he the only one there?
Other than the guard, I am.
I'm a little
Yes.
suspicious.
This cell.
No, you're suspicious.
So the guard's there right now.
Yes.
I have the horrible feeling this whole thing is just one big Adventure Time reference to the Ice King.
I don't know what that
Yes.
is, so.
I want some Turkish delight, guys.
Yeah, that would be nice.
I'm just, I'm having a moment of clarity of a whole Citadel, and he's.
Are you asking him this or something?
No.
or-
I'm talking
Okay.
to the quietly whispering to the group. He's the only one in there. He has one guard, and it's a whole Citadel. Could he be super powerful or super bad? Did I
A bad
think
guy? Maybe.
I said it was possible. I didn't say it.
We are
I said it was
helping you. We're helping you.
What do
my
you
God, Glenn.
put in a citadel? A prisoner or a king/military leader?
You know?
This could be a fortress. We don't know what it's called.
He
Names
called it a
matter.
citadel.
Citadel. Oh, he called it a citadel?
Did he call it a
He
citadel?
called it a citadel.
Yeah, he did.
He called it a citadel.
He might have called it a citadel because that's the name of the map that I found. And that might have been a DM issue.
Oh gosh, he's charmed the DM.
Yeah, he's charmed the DM.
We're
Whoa. This game just got meta.
all right. Well, I mean,
The way he
Swear to
all right,
pieces.
let me clarify a little bit. The way he was describing it to you guys, it sounded like a cell. The way he was describing it to you made it seem like more of a prison than a citadel.
Where are all the guards?
He said
maybe they
there-
don't have a lot of jailbreaks in hell.
Maybe this guy is like that one guard's toy.
I hate that.
In either case, are you going to pick that lock, or am I going to detect magic first?
I detect magic first.
I really don't like this.
I'm going to ritually cast detect magic.
All right. So you take your 11 minutes.
10 minutes later.
You go ahead and you roll, or you go ahead and detect magic. And then you don't notice any magic from the. What's the radius of detect magic?
30 feet.
Yeah, you don't notice any kind of magic coming from the door or anything in there.
What about my hammer?
Well, yes, besides your hammer.
Yeah.
And you don't detect any additional magic other than the items that you have in your group.
Sorry.
Yeah, being pedantic, yes, I detect all of the things that are magical.
I
But
don't mean to brag, but
my magical detection is not pinging anything from the door.
All right, pick it.
All right, go ahead and roll your.
28.
Yeah. Even you look, and this is a pretty intricate lock. And it does take you a minute, but you're able to click, and the lock, the tumblers fall, and the door slightly clicks open.
Peep in.
Go ahead and make a perception check.
this guy better be an elf.
22.
All right. You see what you see on the inside
Or a turtle.
of this double door. You see a semi-round chamber with a central, like, kind of carved ice statuette in the middle. Doesn't really resemble anything that you're familiar with. It's just kind of a abstract shape. On the outskirts, you see two semi, arched stairways that go up to a platform that's probably 6 feet above the base floor. And then you see a central staircase that goes up probably another 5 feet that appears to open into a larger chamber, but you can't quite see anything above that because of the angle.
Yeah, I'm pretty
Nobody
sure we're about to walk into our own prison.
You don't see any creatures or anything.
Yeah,
But
this
with-
is pretty ominous, guys.
With that 22, you do hear and you do hear heavy footfalls.
Up?
Yes.
Are they the footfalls we were hearing earlier?
They appear to be. They're significantly louder, but they're the same, same spacing and the same general timbre. I don't know if
Do I
that's
hear
the
them
right
with my
word or not.
passive perception?
At this area, or at this distance, yes, you would. Pretty much as soon as that door was opened, all of you can hear it.
I'm going to hide.
Also hiding.
You're all pretty hit right against those
Hide.
doors.
Okay.
I'd like to super hide.
Super hide sounds good.
I'd like to crawl under a rock.
Just
Did we go in or not?
I mean, I'm more or less a rock.
Is there anywhere to continue hiding once we enter in?
Arnon, you would have seen that there was no real, there was the central structure you could hide behind, or there was the wall, but from your view, you don't see anything in immediate, in that first, foyer style
Not
area.
even-
There's no, you feel like you could possibly find spots, to hide yourself from that stairwell.
I'm going to creep in and see what I see.
All right, so you creep in, and
They call him the creeper.
Oh no.
so who else is going? Is anyone else going in, or just Arnon?
Oh, God, I'm following Arnon. Unless he
I'm-
puts his hand back and is like, no.
Also following
All
everyone else.
yeah,
Alright, so-
I'll be right behind him.
Thou shalt not split the party.
All right, guys, roll up some new characters.
All right, so
Oh,
let's go
fucking
ahead
freak out.
and switch this to. Sorry, the tags are going to be slightly different because I didn't change the overlay. So Elric is now Gwen, and Rhett is now Gwen.
Change places.
Who am I?
I should have just switched you guys. So that, hold on here. Let me switch you guys here real quick and put Gwen where she's supposed to be. And then I don't have the ability to switch the nameplate here for Elric.
Do I need to reload the...
No, you need to hold on 1 minute here while I.
Well, I don't
fix
think I
this.
can do that.
You need to be patient because I got to switch people's face cams. There we go. All right.
right.
All right. So.
Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy.
Let's see here. Light mask now. All right. So, can you guys see that?
I can't see any color.
Yeah.
Why is it doing that? What's with the color?
And I also,
Well,
I don't know if
is
we're
it-
supposed to be able to see anything beyond our point of view or not.
Is
No,
it pitch
not
black
really.
in here? Because if it is, we wouldn't be seeing color anyway.
Did that fix the color?
I
Even
don't
our
know, is there color?
tokens are grayed out
What the
for
fuck?
me.
Yeah,
I can
I have to
refresh. Okay, I'm gonna refresh.
Oh, hell, I'll refresh too.
Darkness. Global illumination. Let's see if this. Darkness level 0, global illumination. That fix it?
I refreshed and it's still grayscale.
Well,
Mine's loading.
I don't know why it's grayscale. So,
Oh, well.
This is
I mean-
a strange hell we find ourselves in.
Yeah, the light changes. It's fine.
the light changes around you?
No, I mean like if I move,
Oh,
what I can see changes. So
fantastic. So once you get to
Whatever.
the top, or once you get to a certain point, I'll turn off the visibility in the fog of war. So you walk in and you see that room right there.
Suppose we make our way for the stairs.
Yepers.
are we still confidently stealthing?
You still feel confidently stealth.
Can I?
Oh boy.
Oh.
So, are you peeking around there?
Yeah, I'm peeking around there. I see a big guy.
So, go ahead and make a perception check for me again.
Just Arnon?
Yeah.
26.
Did
All
you
right.
guys go left or right?
I went left, he went right.
So,
I'm behind Arnon.
you look up this staircase, and what you see is a large open room. And you do see a giant gray-skinned, giant with a huge axe kind of pacing back and forth in the room. You see, then behind him, you see this, what looks like a giant cube of ice
Behind him?
behind him, up against, almost to the wall. It's a giant, just frozen block. And it takes you a second, and then you realize there's a shape inside this block. And you look closer, and you see the shape of a man.
A human?
Hands tied and bound. Frozen with this very, very beautiful man. Long black hair and very fine features with a bit of a
Fine features with a bit of a shit.
5 o'clock shadow, stubble. You see intricate robes adorned and what looks like a rapier on his side, hands bound in front of him, and this look of just like agony on his face. And in front, the giant just paces from one side to the other.
Yeah, I don't think he was a sacrifice. I think he's a prisoner.
Do I recognize this being in front of us?
The giant or the...
Yeah. Well, either, really, but I was speaking mainly of the giant.
Are his robes from the Empire of Shan?
They don't appear to be, no. They are very plain, kind of like a dirty, just brown color.
I mean, we're kind of in my territory here. Would I recognize this creature?
You are getting a tingle from that room. A fiend-ish feel from...
The Onan tingle.
From coming from that room.
Do I recognize the giant?
Only
like
from...
the race?
Go ahead and make just an intelligence check. With advantage.
16.
With advantage.
16.
I mean, you know a little bit about giants. You know that some of the different kinds of giants reside in the hells. Frost giants tend to reside in cold areas, so you're pretty confident that this, even though you've never seen one before, you've read enough to suspect that this would be a frost giant.
Is it possible that my background in religious studies may give me any indication of what the frozen man's robes are affiliated with? The forces of good, evil, neutrality, stupid.
You don't see any real defining markings on the robes. They just look very nice. There's no like defining symbols. There's some scroll work on the edges, but nothing that stands out as a symbol of either benevolence or evil or anything like that. There's no defining characteristic.
I'm sorry, that gif is just incredible.
God damn it.
You gotta make it so we can share it on that little
Yeah.
square.
Anyway, moving on. So you guys are standing at the bottom of the staircase. What are you doing?
Quiet.
What?
It's a giant. Yeah. I think we can take him.
Catch me. I'm about to faint from shock.
Has it been less than 8 hours since the beginning of our first fight in hell?
Less than 8 hours, I would say.
Probably.
Well, between your exploring and
Oh, that's true.
and everything else, I would say you're probably right after. And then resting for 4 hours, yeah, you're probably after your 8 hours.
Do I have our once a day spells back, or is that once a long rest?
I believe it's once a long rest.
Because I want to give myself alacrity, but
I'll say sure.
okay.
Oh, that's not good.
You guys want to do this?
Do we want to
you
see
have
if there's any way to get around it without engaging with him?
You want us to do
Sure.
something?
He's pacing back and forth. How far? We've got the fog of war thing going on. How far?
Actually,
past?
now that you guys are up there, we can turn that.
Oh, and the color came back.
That's not true size of the ice cube. I just wanted to make it big enough so you guys could see the detail.
Yeah,
That's not what the guy actually looks like.
I mean, it's close. He does have the goatee, but it's very similar to that. Just imagine him sexier and with robes on.
And not screaming at the void.
I mean, he's still kind of screaming up.
Because that's clearly Rasputin.
No, it's sexy Gandalf. Get it
Sexy
right.
Gandalf.
I think it's
Very
Jonathan Davis and the singer from System of a Down had a love child,
Sir,
and he's
Sure.
using the Force in the ice. We could probably sneak around the giant, but what are we gonna do? He's just gonna melt a block of ice while he's got his back turned.
no one
think we
can
got-
put him to sleep or trip him
Yes.
and hold him down with an immovable rod. You know, shenanigans.
Does anyone have an immovable rod?
We do.
Rhett
Somebody
does in the
does.
bag of holding.
Damn it, Rhett.
Fuck.
Look, I can attempt to cast a grease spell on him in order to make him fall prone, but not sure that that'll be effective at all, given that this giant is adept at traversing ice.
Okay.
We're going to attack. We need to be strategic.
I'm gonna quietly summon Rusty next to me, like behind me.
I don't know why Rusty was a transformer there with that sound effect, but
You got stuck with using the force.
I'm going to activate my blade song and cast mirror image on myself.
Go for it.
That was the only thing I have time to do, right?
There.
Summon Rusty.
Yes.
I'll get out the migraine.
Well, when everybody's ready, let's charge his ass.
All right.
All right.
I'll give Arnon the advantage on initiative.
Go ahead.
I do have the alacrity.
Oh, you do? Then I'll give myself advantage on initiative.
Okay.
Go ahead and roll initiative, everyone.
I can also bless us if no one runs away.
Oh, God damn it.
What?
Oh, that was
So-
Rusty.
Here, let me delete him.
Thank you.
12.
12.
All right.
Every time I have alacrity. Oh,
Can I keep Rusty's?
No.
a natural one by Gwen.
Those natural ones.
All right. So this would
Can
be
you roll my second d20 for initiative?
yes. So it's
That's-
10 or
I can't do it.
nope. We're going back to the
I'll
10.
take a 10.
Going back to the 10. All
I
right.
do love that my nat 1 initiative roll is 3.14.
Hi. All right.
I do like that.
Starting your surprise round. Arnon,
All
you're
right.
up.
I'm going to bonus action Hex. And rush up on him.
Go for it.
Wrong
Yeah,
button.
you can just get there.
Yeah. And I'm gonna hit him a couple times.
Go for it.
This is a sneak attack, right?
Yes, sir.
All right. 27 hit?
Yeah, that'll hit.
Okay. Sneak attack. Oh, 1.
Oh.
And Crimson Right. 2 lightning damage and 3 sneak attack. So 16.
Oh, hex. Yeah. Okay.
Oh, hex.
All right. Cool. Anything else for you? What was that?
Oh,
Wait, you
I
did
hit
sneak
sneak
attack
attack.
twice. Yeah, that's because I just assumed
Oh,
you were
yeah,
doing
yeah,
the
yeah.
same thing
I
as
got
last
you.
time.
there you go.
All right. Anything else for you?
You gotta hit him again.
Oh, yeah, you can hit him again. I forgot. You can do that now. 13 will
13?
miss. 13 does miss.
Well, he knows I'm here.
Yep, definitely knows you're here. Anything else?
That's it for me.
Butch.
All right. Can I even get that far?
You could get to right behind Arnon.
I guess I'm going there. You're too fast. I can't smack him from here, but I can do my spiritual weapon. That's something.
You can.
Hey.
Ew.
Hey-oh!
Where do you want it?
What's my range on that?
It's 5 feet, I think. Or wait, your range on the spell is 60 feet.
Let's
And he froze.
put it.
You froze. I couldn't hear you, so. Go ahead and move it where you want. I couldn't hear you. You froze.
Oh, that's. Where is it?
It's right in front of you.
It blends in.
Yeah, it does. All right. So, and with that, it comes out and smacks him, and it does make contact. So,
Well, he rolled an 18 to hit. Does that hit?
Yes.
5 force damage. Woohoo!
Anything else for you?
I moved. That's a bonus action, isn't it?
Correct. So you still have your action.
Oh man.
If you have a cantrip.
You know what? I don't think I even have I guess I could Sacred Flame him. Let's find out if he's vulnerable to fire damage, I guess.
Go for it. Dex save. DC
Dex save 15.
That's a 2. All right, so that's 7 radiant damage towards him. Anything else?
Oh, it's
for you?
radiant, not fire.
Yeah.
That's fine. Nah.
Elric.
All right.
He not very dexterous. You can tell. Big guy, no movie quickly.
Yeah, apparently not. I'm going to get right here on the stairs, and I am going to cast Melf's Acid Arrow
Nice.
at 3rd level.
Oh shit! Breaking out the big guns.
Oh, yeah. Mm,
17 will hit. So is that, I can't remember, is that just the 10 damage?
Let's see. It's let's see.
And then the 7 is on the next turn, I believe.
Yeah, I believe that at the end of the giant's next turn.
Gotcha. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
All right, yeah, that definitely hits him.
Yeah. Just this wet arrow just sinks right into him.
Squishy. It's squishy.
Squishy, green, gross, and it's corrosive, so don't touch it.
Is that a dare? Are you daring me to grab it?
I really hope you don't.
Fine.
Please don't do that.
But yeah, that is my turn.
All right, that's going to bring us to Gwen. It is your turn.
Okay. I'm
Okay,
gonna.
so
Yeah. This is the earth. Round. All right, I'm gonna
very
move.
nice earth.
I'm gonna move Gwen. My Rusty can pass through my square.
Correct.
Right?
Yes.
Okay, so I'm gonna move up here next to Albert. And I'm just gonna I'm gonna do a quick little measuring here. And I'm going to find Bless, which I definitely have, and I can't find on Foundry. I know I have it. I know it's in here. No,
No.
Oh, wait. I'm gonna whip out little bottle. Start
Okay.
writing on the wall next to me, I guess.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna do Bless. With that.
So
And
you're
it's
writing it right here, basically. So
yeah, and I'm gonna do Arnon, Butch, and Elric.
Arnon, Butch, and Elric blessed. Hashtag blessed.
Hashtag blessed. And it only lasts for 30 seconds, not a minute.
Right. So that's 3 rounds.
Wait a minute.
5 rounds?
Or 5 rounds. Sorry. Yeah.
Isn't
5
it
rounds.
concentration?
Kind
I'm
of.
using a
She's using a thing.
Ooh, a
trick.
thing.
used a
All right.
thing. That's why I don't
I
know.
like
You,
that.
the rest of you see, well, Elric would probably be the only one that saw it, but you see Gwen pull out one of those bottles that she showed you and dip her finger in it and start tracing these symbols on the wall. And then the rune lights up, and then all of a sudden you, Butch, and Arnon feel that familiar, blessed feeling.
That's definitely going down in the notes.
All right. Anything for Rusty?
Nice.
Yeah, Rusty's gonna book it. Let's see. Rusty with him selected. So he's gonna 10 feet,
It's 25.
25, and then he's gonna move diagonally one.
Okay, so
Is
right
that
there.
right? Yeah, right diagonal from
Okay.
Arnon is the intent.
Yep, that
It
works.
collides with a wall.
Yeah, you got to.
There we
Yeah,
go.
there you go.
Okay, he's gonna go there, and then he's not gonna do a damn thing.
All right. You still have a bonus action, I believe.
Which I can't do anything with.
Okay,
So-
cool. Brings us to the giant. Rounds 5. Cool. All right, that brings us to the giant, who is going to look down at the creature that just hit him. Arnon.
Oh, God.
No.
Jesus
I am invoking
fucking
the power of my
Christ.
shield.
All right, so you
Invoking the power of my shield.
so that takes it
Oh
down
my
to that takes it down to a normal hit, which would just be 21 damage instead of a crit.
And I'm also going to use.
You only have one reaction.
Oh, never mind.
So that's 21
Holy
damage to you,
shit.
Arnon. And he's going to take a second swing. That's 14. That'll miss.
Oh,
So he
Yay.
comes down and he smashes with you with the axe, and it actually knocks you off balance to where he comes back around and completely misses you because he knocked you off balance so hard. All right, and on after that, we're going to go back to you, Arnon.
What a fucking first
rip-
attack.
Remember
what is
to
it
give
with-
him that acid damage.
Oh yeah,
What
yeah,
is-
yeah. What was it? 7? Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
what is it with these creatures in hell roll in their rolls? You realize the demons against us, 3 of their first rolls were 18s and 19s.
Yep.
Natural. Jesus.
All right, Arnon,
Home
what are you
field
doing?
advantage.
Mistakes were made. Strength checks. That's what Hex is. on.
Oh, okay. Cool.
I am gonna hit him again.
Go for it.
19 hit.
19 will hit.
Okay, 13.
Not 123.
Plus 4 thunder
Yeah.
or lightning, and
You do not get your sneak attack, but you do get Hex. Or I'm sorry.
Well,
yeah.
that was
Yeah,
Hex.
yeah, yeah,
Sorry.
yeah.
So
Crimson
4
Ray.
necrotic. 4 necrotic.
Yes.
1 lightning.
All right.
Ugh.
18, and I'll hit him again.
Go for it.
19 hit.
will hit.
All
Yep.
right, 15, 3 necrotic. Sorry, every time I hit something, it goes to my pop-up window. And 2 thunder, so 20 on that one.
And he's already starting to look pretty hurt. Anything else for you?
I got nothing.
Butch.
All right.
I'm just gonna
That's-
because he rang my bell.
Ring your bell.
Spiritual weapon attack.
Go for it. 23 will
It's a
hit.
23 hit. Yes, it does. 5 damage.
All right.
Let me roll with a migraine.
Oh, shit.
Ooh.
Yo.
That was nice.
So that's 20
That's a
damage.
critical hit.
That's
Yep.
20 damage. Wow,
Critical hit to the heart.
he's looking real hurt now.
Don't you hurt my elf friends.
Anything else for you, Butch?
Shouldn't we ask him who the prisoner is?
You want to ask the giant? That were you?
I don't
mean-
know, but I think we rang the bell that can't be unrung.
Yeah, probably.
He lives in hell, Butch.
Elric.
Fine.
Elric, what are you doing?
Okay, I am going to, because I saw how hard he's capable of hitting, I am going to, instead of attacking, I'm going to hopefully make things a little difficult for him and cast Grease.
All right.
Cool.
And let's see. I'm going to put it right here.
All right. So that is dexterity save. He's really good at these. That's 7. That's fail.
Yes.
Falls
He has-
prone.
Fallen to the ground.
He has fallen prone. Where is the prone condition? There it is. Prone.
And then, without moving, I'm going to say to that giant, I certainly hope you speak common if you plan on leaving this place alive.
He doesn't appear to respond to you. However, when he does fall prone, the entire fucking floor shakes and you actually see spiderweb cracks in the ice from underneath him.
Oh shit.
Is that it for you?
Everybody lay down.
Yeah, that's my turn.
Gwen.
All right. Okay. Cool. I'm going to hold the dead.
Okay.
Which close. I'm gonna toll the dead,
Wisdom save.
but he's taken damage.
Yeah, but let's see if you... Oh, he fails the wisdom save, so yeah, go ahead and do the d12s. Woohoo! Yeah, he is not looking good at all. He is
Alright,
on
then-
the ground, he is beaten, he is bloody.
Rusty's gonna pop up next to him and maul.
Go for it.
Finish the job.
Oh, another crit.
How does Rusty want to do this?
It's been a little while, and he just headbutts him as hard as he can.
So this giant is literally laying on his back after slipping on the grease. He gets hit with your Toll the Dead, and then Rusty just comes over and reels back and slams his little mushroom cap right into the forehead of this giant, and you just see its eyes roll back in its head, and just its whole body gives limp.
Guys, that felt too easy.
Don't say the things. Remember?
Oh shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's already been said.
And now you stand in this room with this. The only
I'll
other
check his
thing.
body out.
All right.
Can I? What kind of check would I do if I'm investigating the nature of the tracks? Excuse me, the cracks that happened when the giant fell.
Do a nature check.
Look fine to me.
Cracks in the ice.
God.
Investigation check of 11 for inspecting the body.
Yeah.
Don't really notice anything that's useful.
I ain't found shit.
So, in your mind, Arnon, you hear, "Good, you took care of the guard. Now, please find a way to free me."
What did this guy say his name was? Craig?
What's
Bill?
Jacob?
Caleb?
Caleb.
Jacob?
Caleb.
Caleb the
Caleb.
what?
The betrayer, formerly known as. I believe. Is that what the frozen circle of hell is? Is it the betrayers?
I would know that, right?
I think he's talking about Dante's Inferno.
Does
Yeah.
that rule
Yeah, but I would know
follow
what
here?
Stygia is.
Not necessarily.
Can I roll to see if? I mean, I gotta know something about Stygia, right?
Yeah, roll a religion check. You're not that
You know it's in hell.
with a 12. You're not that familiar. You didn't really study too much
Yeah.
about the nine hells.
No, I did not. It was not really.
It was not really
super important.
Yeah, you were taught how to use
Kill
your,
humans and dwarfs.
use your spiritual guidance to heal people in the battlefield and slay your enemies. You don't really care much about the lore of the hells.
I want to ask him how he was captured, and where he was captured from.
He said in battle, but he didn't say where.
I'm asking him. I want to know specifically where. I want details on what happened.
Give me 1 second. I don't have my stuff pulled up. There was a war. My town was under siege. It was these names are really ridiculous. It was outside of the city of Dallerley. The invading armies,
Where were the invading armies from?
a neighboring country. It was called Conmar.
Are we familiar with that country?
You would not have heard of that country before.
Would we know that it's not on our continent?
You have not.
Or I'm sorry, would we have any? Oh, I forgot we're in the fucking hells. It could be anywhere, couldn't it?
Yeah, theoretically.
Oh, I forgot. Oh, my tattoos are coming off.
Conmar, once they burned the village, black robes, a group of black robes with the symbol of Asmodeus. They captured me and cast a spell and sent me here, where I was imprisoned.
You seem more powerful than a commoner might find themselves.
I was a soldier. I was a wizard. I was not a commoner. I was the general of my army.
A general.
What happens if we help get you out of there?
I've been here so long. I just want to be free. I want to go home.
How are you going to get home?
I have the ability to travel. I just need free of this.
Can you take people places?
Yes, I think I can.
Insight check.
Yeah.
All right, whoever wants to, roll an insight check. Wow.
Natural
He
one for
seems-
Gwen.
Good to us. That's a natural 2 for Arnon. Guys, he checks out.
He seems...
Hold on.
You,
13.
so that's a natural 1 for Gwen, a 3 for Arnon, an 18 for Elric, and a 13 for Butch. He seems to be telling the truth.
I don't have any fire, but anybody's got fire. Let's melt this
We can-
guy out.
We can
I have
heat metal,
fire.
maybe start taking. Oh yeah.
Oh,
Which-
everyone, stand back.
Wait, before you get started, I have one more question. When we help you, can you help us get out of here as well? We're not supposed to be here either. It was purely an accident.
I will send you. I will help you if you help me.
Fucking do it. I hate this place.
You think we're cold? Look at that guy.
Oh, that is radiant damage again.
Flame like radiance.
Okay, so
I think Elric's got this.
I'm going to, at the base of this ice block,
I'm
cast...
blasting the ice with Sacred Flame. Oh, wait. Is that not actual heat? Is that just radiant? Gosh darn it.
It is.
It's-
However,
Soul Flame.
what are you doing, Elric?
I was going to cast Firebolt
Okay.
to the base of this ice block.
So while you cast Firebolt and Butch casts Sacred Flame, you notice at first your Firebolt doesn't appear to be doing much. But as soon as Butch starts hitting it with the Sacred Flame, you see the intermingling of the flame and the radiant. And you do see the sides of the ice start to melt, start to sweat, and you start seeing water dripping down the sides of this cube of ice. You continue. It's slow, but you continue. 10 minutes go by, and you see the ice shrinking.
You guys just watch my bag. Well, my shell.
Are you continuing?
I'm continuing.
So, you continue another 10 minutes, then another 10 minutes, and then you see the ice right above this figure's skin, to the point where you then see him shift his arms left and right, and you see these cracks, and then the ice and shatters and falls to the floor. The figure kneels down, given the structure of the ice giving way. His body collapses on the ground. He takes
Oh, go pick him up
he
Is he
takes a
wounded?
few deep breaths.
or help
Butch,
him up.
you go over and you touch his skin, and it's extremely cold. As well, he was, whether or not that's because he was just frozen in ice for who knows how long. You pick him up, and he lifts up, his eyes are closed. You see his flowing hair draped down, his sharp cheekbones, his sharp, handsome features, the long goatee with the stubble. He stands up straight, kind of wrenches his neck slightly. He opens his eyes, and all you see is pitch black in his eyes.
Are you human?
A small grin goes across his face as you hear. Ah, finally.
Are you human?
No.
Oh, thank goodness.
Now.
But are you?
I have been trapped in this cell for millennia.
Yeah, I figured we could wait another 4 hours.
I needed the willing to release me.
What's
Were
your
you-
name?
Hey, Gwen, do you think you could call your boyfriend?
It's not my boyfriend.
I
And
mean,
we're not on the same plane unless he took a
Oh,
vacation to hell recently.
son of a gun.
Quit calling him my boyfriend.
I'm not being serious.
We're like a cool, confusing uncle.
That makes it kind of okay.
Oh my god.
And he's not like I don't want to say he's like a.
Now is not the time.
I just.
Oh no.
I don't know that he's going to be much help unless I
need-
name drop.
Okay. I need every single one of you to make a wisdom save.
God damn it.
That worked out well last time. 17.
Fucking finally. Sorry.
Did you say
It's
wisdom
better.
saves?
Yes,
Better.
wisdom save.
Lovely.
Arnon, Elric, Butch. All three of you feel your muscles lock and you are unable to move. Now, again, thank you for freeing me. I promise you will not regret this.
Kind of regretting it.
Does he know it didn't affect me?
He does not.
I'm gonna pretend.
Well, you can make a sleight of hand check
What?
if to see if you can, or a performance. Would you rather do you can do a performance check?
What is it? Performance or sleight of hand? I'm gonna do sleight of hand.
Okay, go for it.
Nope.
He kind of looks towards your direction. Well, looks like I underestimated one of you. Now, I think there was some questions you might have had for me.
I have a lot of questions at this point. God, what is with you fuckers and laughing like that? Who are you?
You might know me. Points at Butch. Your friend here might know me. At least by name. I've gone by many names, but most know me as Levistus. And I have been trapped in that godforsaken ice block for millennia. Thanks to my former associate, Asmodeus.
Did
Do
we
I
really
know?
just open the tomb of Levistus?
Would I know any would that mean anything?
Make a religion check. Nope. With a 10? Nope.
Can I check or am
Sure.
I,
Yes, because you're, yep.
I get advantage on
Yes,
this?
you do. For fiends. That's a good thing you do,
Advantage,
because
though.
that's a natural one. And that, what the fuck? Why is it still
Why is
red?
that red? 17.
I don't know. I mean, you know as much as he's told you, so much that Levistus was the archdemon ruler of the fifth circle of hell until at some point there's rumors that a falling out between him and Asmodeus, the more or less lord of the hells, who then in turn tombed him into ice for all eternity.
Since we saved you after millennia of imprisonment, have we earned a boon or favor? Not like, like bestow upon us your favor, not like you owe us one.
Elric, you also would be very familiar with Levistus, as some people in your culture worship Levistus.
And maybe call upon his powers as a warlock.
Indeed. Now, a boon. You expect a boon.
I'm not. I didn't say we're not demanding it. I just was kind of hoping you could do what you said and help us get out of here.
If that's what you wish. I am.
I don't. Wish is a bad word.
I did make a deal, I guess, that I would send you away from this plane. So,
Home.
by
I
all
think he
means,
specified home.
I did not say home. I said I would send you away. By all means. And he goes
Wait,
like this.
Wait, Rhett's not with us, is she?
Snaps his fingers. Let me ask you this question. Are you all willing participants?
If he made any inclination that he's trying to fuck with us.
Make an insight check if you would like.
There's my one.
25.
Yeah, no. That's a 7.
Yeah. Most of you don't know one way or the other.
I mean, I can't even move, so.
Yep.
Not willing. Not willing even a little bit.
I mean, there's much worse places to go than here. As bad as here is.
There's also better places to go than here.
True, but where's
I'm not getting the inclination he'd have fun sending us to a nicer place.
Yeah.
Well, it's either get sent somewhere else or continue to deal with Levistus.
Everyone, whoever is not willing, make a charisma saving throw.
Oh, man.
$12.
6.
I mean, it's my character to go protect everyone else. So if other people go, then I have to go with them.
Yeah, I'm not saving against this.
All right. So he snaps his fingers.
If anyone else disappears, I'm going to have to go with them.
You see the world pull away from you. Suddenly you're in twilight, in nothingness. You're floating through the seas. You look around you and you see everyone, all of your friends. Rhett is with you as well. You float in this etherealness for a few minutes, and then, like a crash, the world comes back to you. First thing you notice is it's comfortable, it's warm. It's not slightly chilly. But in comparison to where you are, it feels like you're on a fucking tropical beach. You look around. You see a desolate landscape. Make a perception check.
And
We're still frozen.
No, you're not. You're able to move now.
19.
18.
It's a 10.
Arnon and Butch. Well, all of you notice. You see a desolate landscape. You see shells of buildings. Butch and Arnon, you see... The fuck? Anyway, sorry, Fred Boat's being weird. Smoke rising from buildings, and it's should be daytime, but the smoke has kind of blotted out the sun. You see fires in the distance. Charred wood of buildings. You realize you're standing in a city square. A fountain in the middle that's been ravaged and chunks broken off, the top of which tumbled to the ground next to you. You see yeah, pretty close. Just a ruin. Suddenly, Arnon, the wind kicks up, and you smell the sulfur. Papers, trash, pieces of cloth blow through the air. One hits your leg and kind of wraps around the one piece of almost canvas, wraps around your leg.
Hey, Butch, look. White canvas.
It's not white.
Uh,
More of a, I guess canvas wouldn't be the right word. More of a
I bend down to grab it because
Piece-
I'm worried it's probably skin.
piece of parchment. You pick
Okay,
it-
that's much better.
You pick it up and you see this torn parchment. You see,
Fear the worst.
It's not vellum, thank God.
no, it's
Right?
torn up, singed on the edges. Did I not make this scene?
Hmm.
No, I didn't make the scene. Hold on. Hold on one second. I gotta add this.
who found the parchment?
Me.
Yeah.
It stuck to me.
It blew in the air like a piece of litter and came across. Where is it? And kind of in the wind hit his leg.
Can I ask, is this the next, would a day have passed? If it was the 24th, is it the 25th now?
No, it is still the same day.
Amulet's got an internal clock.
So,
Make sure my calendar's accurate.
You look down at this paper, at this torn piece of paper, and this is what you see. A flyer, or what appears to be the remnants of a flyer.
Oh my god.
I'm assuming.
Circus is in town.
Can I? Would I be able to discern anything from that? Arnon wouldn't.
It's a flyer. It appears to have words on it that you're pretty confident you know what. You can't be 100% sure, but
Wieldstone.
you're pretty confident you know what this flyer represents.
It says Hugh on it.
Is it really?
Yeah, on the top. Up here.
You
Oh god damn it! It does,
Personal.
doesn't it?
Presents. I'm going to say the La Crosse Carnival.
That sounds real familiar, guys.
This motherfucker's everywhere.
Yeah, he is. Can
Yeah.
I buy the sending stone?
You can try.
I pull it out and say, we're not sure where we are at this point, but think we found one of your flyers. Place doesn't look so great. Just seeing if you're around. I don't know how many words that was. I wasn't counting.
Close enough. You wait and wait. Nothing. No response.
He's not here, or he's choosing not to respond. So maybe this is old.
we need to find shelter.
We didn't detect anyone around,
No.
or any intact buildings at all.
Not really. Most of the buildings. I mean, there's some that fared better than others, but it looks like whatever catastrophe happened here, there's nothing left intact.
They're cute little robots running around collecting trash.
No, this is not Wally.
Mm.
I asked Arnon to hold on to that flyer. Please don't chuck it back on the ground.
You can have it.
All right, then I take it and I tuck it away.
Start looking around for places to take shelter. You look for survivors.
Go ahead and make an investigation check for me.
Need my token on the thing.
Oh,
Yeah.
fuck. Hold on. How was Gwen able to do it?
I know.
You
She's
special.
magic.
She is magic. Oh, shit. I gotta bring you all the way over here. Butch. Elric.
Not that it did much for me, but I could roll.
All right. With Arnon's 20 and Elric's 18, you come across some remains. Skeletons, charred. You see soldiers skeletons in full armor and still weapon in their hand. Armor and bodies charred and laying in awkward positions throughout the streets of the town. You notice there is literally nothing left.
Do I recognize the wheeled stone?
You do not. It is not a town you're familiar with, any of you.
Can I tell that those skeletons or bones are like humanoid, or like what type of humanoid?
They appear, I mean, there's different shapes and sizes of them, but the armor all has a similar coloring, well, a similar pattern to it. Coloring is pretty much non-existent at this point, but you can see the shape is all very similar. The cuts, the leather working, and the in some of it, as well as the forgemanship of the metal armor, all has a very similar feel, like it was all made for this in mass at the same facility. You do see smaller, larger, they all seem to be humanoid of some sort, anything ranging from small, possibly gnomes, all the way up to some taller creatures, some ones that skeletons range 6-7 feet tall.
Elaine?
What? I was going to ask, is that particular armor design familiar enough to me to where I would be able to tell at least what kingdom that they came from?
It's one you've never seen before.
Is the land completely flat? Or does this seem like maybe the outskirts of a town, and maybe there's like a larger royal building in the middle?
You appear to be in like a town square. You look around you. Make a perception check.
18.
You look around you, and the general vicinity is fairly flat with the ruins of the buildings, but you do see past about a quarter of a mile out, you do see the edge of this town. And then past that, you see what was once fields, possibly farms. And then slightly beyond that, you do see where the hills begin to roll.
So this wasn't like a major city, from what we can tell.
Doesn't appear to be. It seems to be slightly smaller than Castellatri.
The damage to the buildings and stuff, does that look like fire, magic, projectile?
Make an investigation check.
24.
Mostly fire. However, you do see the occasional gash mark that could have been from potentially impact of an edged weapon. You see it's very difficult because it appears that whatever happened here, the fire came through and cleansed most of the for lack of a better term, evidence of what happened. Not a lot is left from that.
What's the sky look like?
Smoke.
Smoke.
It doesn't
There's
seem
deep smoke still. It looks like it should potentially be around midday-ish. However, the smoke from the burning rubble is more or less blotting out the sky in this area.
I want to try to head towards the edge of the area, just to try to get where the smoke is thinner.
Yeah.
If anyone would like to come with me. But once I'd like to get to a point where I can see the sky.
Okay, so
What about tracks too?
you see hundreds of tracks.
They all generally, like an invading army is going to leave a path in and out. Like, is there? Can we tell where they left?
Where you're at right now was the center of the scuffle, to the point where there's just like mangled tracks of people going everywhere, one way to the other, moving around inside the center, going sideways, left, right, up, down, wherever. Hundreds, if not thousands, of sets of tracks. You move off towards the edge of town, and you see where you do see tracks coming into the town. Quite a few. But whether or not that was an invading army or normal foot traffic, you're not sure. And most of the tracks have been filled with ash at this point.
Assuming this is Wheelstone, would I know which direction west is? If Gwen makes the assumption, like, she found this flyer, this is Wheelstone, would you know which direction west is?
Make a survival check.
Oh, fuck. 19?
It's a little difficult without being able to see the sky clearly, but you've spent enough time in the wilderness to have a fairly good idea of direction, and you are pretty confident which way is west.
I want to head west.
Okay.
I'm following Gwen.
Is west along the path of all those tracks coming into town, or is it heading a different way? Because I'd like to go perpendicular to the army that destroys everything.
I just want to go see if any evidence of the carnival is still there. So not too far.
You do see quite a few tracks coming from that direction, but the majority of the ones that you saw, if that is west, the majority of the ones that you saw were coming from the south.
West is cool.
I much would like to be listening for any sounds of any survivors who need help.
Make a perception check.
Um,
Or investigation,
like,
whichever one you want.
well, first I'm going to cast See Invisibility in case there's anything hanging out that we can't see. because it lets me see into the ethereal plane and invisible creatures. You never know. Right now, we're gathering information, and I'm also listening for sounds of any survivors. So,
For those,
listening closely.
that is a natural 20.
He can hear color.
You are picking up. You're picking up on. You're completely attentive at this point. You are picking up on the winds, the sound of the wood creaking. You hear in the background the sound of a post that finally gives way, and you hear the settling and crumbling of burnt wood. You hear the small crackles and pops of still smoldering timber. You hear the wind kicking up ash. You smell the ash, the sulfur, the dust. But you don't hear anyone.
Well, I don't stop the tears from rolling down my cheeks, dwelling on what we've just freed and what we failed to help here. It's just, he got his wish. He sent us to desolation.
Gwen, make a perception check.
25.
You walk to the west edge of town. You look out and you see the road extends, or what the path that used to be the road extends out towards the rolling hills, and it kind of snakes through, and you lose the road after it snakes around a couple hills. You look out and you see just more scorched earth. As far as your eye can see, it's just nothing but scorched earth. But no signs of the carnival, no signs of Hugh, no signs of life.
Like,
Where the hell are we?
I don't know. I think the full weight of where they are is starting to hit Gwen. Or not that it's she knows where they are, but just like the fucking disaster.
That giant hit me pretty hard, so maybe we could rest for a little bit here.
Sure.
Yeah.
I sit down and pull out my flute and play a dirge.
Ho, ho, ho.
Wow.
Yeah, you do. Oh, really?
Yeah,
You dirged the hell out of that dirge.
If Gwen wasn't crying, she is now.
The sound that Butch is playing is sad. I feel like very
it is very sad.
emotional. Oh shit!
Hit the nail on the head, man. Hit the nail on the head. It is very
The
sad.
sad song
He's a
is sad.
sad
Of
clown.
sadness.
Oh, shit.
Hey, Butch. Don't
Oh.
make it bad. Hey, a sad song and make it better.
And I feel like at this point, Rhett would have pulled out her yarding and started joining along with you.
Emery's dressed for the occasion.
Dirges were really big in my society. We used to sit around and sing dirges all the time.
Yep.
So
Now this is a dirge for the fallen.
you find a building that's less dilapidated than the rest. You maybe one corner still standing and part of a second story. That
Oh, you don't want the hut?
Oh, you could do the hut if you want.
Got
You can do the hut in the building.
Do the hut.
Sure.
Let me
I like
finish my
the hut
dirge.
in the building versus the hut
Yeah, we'll
out
do
in
it
the
in the
open.
building.
So
Yeah.
you find the corner that has a slight bit of the second story still attached and still standing, and you're able to cast your hut there in the corner.
Ritual casting. Thank
Fantastic. Now,
Let's make it look the color of the buildings.
so like a scorched
Drab.
black,
Yeah.
kind of an ashy black.
Scorched, ashy black.
Sounds good.
This none of this seems familiar from a dream, does it?
Not really.
While I'm doing my short rest, I'm going to peruse all of my books and see if anything seems familiar in
Make-
there about this place.
Make an investigation check while reading your books.
19.
There's no mention of any areas specific to this. However, it's very difficult to tell considering there's not a lot left to compare it to.
I mean, we could just be on a world that got devastated in this particular area. Who knows
How-
where we are?
However, there is quite a bit of talk about different material planes. Unknown quantities, possibly immeasurable quantities of parallel material planes.
So he just sent us somewhere that he knew was a shithole. I guess it could be worse. Could be freezing to death.
Yeah.
While we're doing this little rest, can I examine the flyer again, see if there's anything, I don't know, anything else to be gleaned from it?
Sure. You want to make an investigation check to look deeper into the flyer?
20?
So you sit with this flyer in your lap, mulling it over. And while you don't really pick up on anything more than what you've already assumed, you are pretty confident on the fact that what you guys kind of, my brain stopped working, figured out was missing from this flyer is pretty accurate. Does say Hugh Percival Lacrosse presents the Lacrosse Carnival 1 mile west of Weldstone. 3 days. You can assume it says 3 days only. Doors open at some time. That's fairly irrelevant at this point.
I'm surprised she hasn't noticed how fucking big it is.
Oh, shut the fuck up.
I mean, it's like 30 feet by 40
I'm
feet.
dragging it around behind me like a parachute.
Yeah.
It blew into my leg and knocked me the fuck over.
I'll
It
take
hit
that.
you harder than that crit from the fucking giant.
Yeah. What the fuck?
How does one process finding themselves in the apocalypse?
I wish we could know what happened here.
Arnon, who exactly did we free?
And on that question,
Well,
on that
do you want me to
question,
answer it?
yeah, go for it.
We basically just put our noses into like a hierarchical power struggle. I mean, we basically let one guy out that another one had taken over from and in prison. So, grand scheme of things, we didn't really do much. It's just the guy that used to be in charge and he got usurped. We let him out, and he's probably going to go fight the guy that imprisoned him. You know, it's like we just started an election process in the fifth circle of hell. He's the guy that used to be in charge, and then the other guy put him in.
We don't need to worry that we just unleashed.
No, he was literally in hell. It's not like we released him in our plane. He's just going to go fight his old subordinate who took over and locked him up.
Okay, cool. Oh,
I mean, I'm not worried about it.
Okay.
I'm less worried about it now.
I have certainly not made any decisions that are come back to bite us in the butt recently.
I also am sorry I felt so inclined to help him.
Well, Arnon, just a side note, Arnon's really pissed off because he does not like people or trust people, and he is just boiling inside that guy he got into his head and then convinced him that he should go help somebody even after the magic was gone. But he's very grumpy about that right now.
I just hope I get something from Sahini Mumbo soon about.
I hope we can stay unseen for 7 days.
We're still on day 1 of 7.
Yeah.
It's a
Been a
long
we got my
day.
hut.
It's a long road
my
ahead.
Yeah, wrong road ahead.
Hopefully, Asmodeus doesn't come looking for the people who just freed Levistus.
That could have been anybody.
Literally.
We weren't supposed to even be there.
There's
But it
literally
wasn't- it
tens
wasn't-
of us down there.
It wasn't just anybody, it was us.
But, you know, like, did you
Yeah.
sign anything while you were down there?
True,
Who's
I didn't
gonna
say
know?
anything.
The guy we let free doesn't even know our names. What's he going to do? Go, hey, Asmodean, these guys set me free.
Fair.
He just
Fuck you
might.
are.
And it is a lot warmer here.
Yeah.
Well, hopefully
Yeah.
before these their power struggle comes to a head, we'll be not here. I don't know exactly
Long
what to do
gone.
here for 6, 7 days.
And
Well, I mean, we might have distracted them from whatever plots they're doing on other planes. Now they got to deal with each other there.
Yeah.
Blessing
I
in
hope so.
disguise, perhaps.
hopefully it's only a spatial displacement that he put on us and not a temporal one.
I didn't see any like nuclear blast damage.
Well, I guess
Whatever that
place-
is, I don't know. That was like a dream.
The thing you just oh shit, damn it!
You would have
Sam.
loved this dream, Gwen. It was a huge mushroom cloud. It's a giant, like miles and miles mushroom.
All right. On that note,
I'm gonna
Is there-
implode.
for the sake of brevity, is there anything else you guys want to accomplish in this game day? Because it is getting late at this point. You you feel like, at least for yourself, maybe not necessarily on this plane, but for yourselves, it's probably cresting into the 9-10 p.m. time frame.
Let's play some dice games.
I'm gonna journal,
Craps.
make some ink. And when I'm doing it, I'm gonna pull out the note from Rain, just read it again, and then like write them a letter without any inclination that they'll ever get it.
Sure.
But just while I'm making this.
Are there any signs of life, like wildlife? Are we hear birds or anything?
You do not.
Yeah, it's very
So-
it's unnatural and unsettling. Makes me want to make a fire,
I will
Start
say,
screaming.
campfire.
I will say, for the sake of brevity, is there anything you want to try and accomplish over the next 7 days?
I'm going to be reading the shit out of those books.
Okay.
I don't think this one applies very much anymore, but
So
I
you can
got some
change it
other
to
books.
so you're now in a wasteland.
so you're in Armageddon. You screwed up.
Yeah, I think over the next 7 days, I would still want to travel outside of this place to
Sure.
try to find any signs of life.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm definitely down for that.
So I'll leave it. I'll leave it up to
I
you
think
guys.
we should scout like somewhere in if we find woods or something
Sure.
to put up the little hut, so we're just completely out of the way.
I'll
Yep.
leave it. I'll leave it up to you guys. We can either stop here and continue on this time frame next week, or
Oh yeah,
we
should. It's
can,
late.
or we can go ahead and time jump and just do a few rolls to go through the
Let's
next
time
week.
jump next week when we have Lindsay.
Do we have to make the decision to use the amulet again right now if we do want to go ahead and time jump?
Well, first we would do a few rolls to see if anything particularly intriguing happens over the
course.
next 7 days.
Okay.
And then you can choose
It's getting late.
then you can choose whether or not you want to use the amulet today or not. Which clearly we would say that Bardic Inspiration would apply.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm all for a time jump. This has been one hell of
Yeah.
a ride, and I want to get off.
Okay.
I feel like, yeah,
All right.
we
So
should go back to where the baddies are familiar.
let's do, for the sake of brevity, I would like one person to just represent the next 7 days. I would like one person to roll me a d20.
Not this person.
I'll do it.
All right, Elric.
Like, that's not me raising my hand.
Ooh, lucky 13.
So, over the course of the next 7 days,
You end up in the place where demons go when they're bad.
you guys explore
The hell
from
of hells.
from your base camp. You guys explore quite a few miles out in every direction. However, the farther you go out, the more things just stay the same. You have traveled out a total of 20 to 30 miles from the central town, and you see no change in landscape. Everything is scorched. Everything is decimated. So, the seventh night comes and goes. You wake up on the morning of day 8, probably a bit depressed after spending a week in this desolate landscape. Hope running very, very low. but it is the morning. Are you making your attempt?
Is everyone ready?
I would love to give you guidance, and I assume Rhett is giving you bardic inspiration.
Yeah. Rhett is giving you bardic inspiration. Hold on one
Declare
second.
my action.
Where is features? Where is there? All right. You declare your action. So
I'm gonna.
guidance and bardic inspiration.
Okay.
Go ahead and make your intelligence check.
Yep.
That's a 5. Go ahead and add your bardic inspiration.
Bardic inspiration is
A D6. I don't think you can hit even with the D6 and a D4. You cannot hit the target.
He can get a 15 if he gets a 4 and a 6.
Right?
Oh, okay. Then yeah, okay.
15.
Yep, you're right. Sorry, my math wasn't working. Go ahead and roll your D4 and your D6.
Hey, let's see.
Roll a d6. Roll a d6.
I just want to go home.
Oh.
Yeah. Okay. So that's a 2. So now there is no way for you to hit. So go ahead and roll a D100 for me.
Oh, lovely.
Okay. Big money, no way me, no way.
Actually, you want little money on this one.
Yeah.
Little money.
You
Little
want less than a 60.
Tiny rolls.
Or actually,
tiny rolls.
Less than a 61. You want a 1 through 60.
1 through 6.
Teeny, tiny.
Okay.
Tiny
through
little
60.
numbers.
I figured out why we're doing this roll now and not next week. So DM can have a week to write.
Yep.
Oh,
Maybe.
yeah, that's smart.
Maybe. That's a 41.
Oh, 41.
What does that mean?
So,
Means we
Where
went
are
to our plane, but somewhere else there, I think.
Oh, no.
so
Oh, God, we could be anywhere on that continent.
But at least we're in our own goddamn plane.
True.
Okay. So this is not the right thing. Hold on a second. I gotta pull up the map.
I was full on gonna burst into tears if you rolled 61 or higher. Oh my god.
Oh my
I don't want to be here anymore.
Okay, so
We still got to get.
roll me. Can you roll a D2?
Yes. You
roll
can
me
do
a D
or whatever.
Roll me a D2.
I mean, I can. Actually.
Hey, guys. It's midnight. I got to check out.
All right, man. We'll be off in just a couple minutes. So have a good night.
All right. Good night.
Oh, now everything's screwed up.
1.
Sorry, people. Everything is screwed up, and I'm not about to fix it because. Here, let me see if I can switch to this. Nope. Nope.
Because we're like,
Hey, there. We got the top of your heads. So, yeah, just. All right, that's the closest we're going to do. Okay, so number 1, now. Roll me a D8. D8.
D8. Okay.
I'm imagining this is which continent and now which quadrant of god damn it.
So, Elric concentrates on this amulet, that familiar feeling of everything starting to shake around you, everything starting to wobble around you, and then into blackness. And then a few seconds, what feels like an eternity, go by, and then all of a sudden you poof into existence, and it's cold again. Not as cold, but it's still cold. Snow falling everywhere. You find yourself standing in snow up to your knees, and you look out. Shit, fuck off. You look out, and there's just snow blowing everywhere. You see rolling hills, pine trees, pine forests, and then a small town in the base of where these hills come together. And that is where we'll pick up next week. So, you guys don't know where you are, other than it's snowy, and there's a small town in front of you.
So we don't even know that we're back.
No, you do
Yeah.
not know you're back. You do not know,
Civilization.
you do not know you're back to civilization. You do not know anything of where you are, what continent you're on, or anything else. You just know that it's snowing, it's cold, but in comparison to where you were a week ago, it's not as cold. And you do see it.
At least
You
we
do
be
s-
confident we're not back in hell.
You can be pretty confident you're not back in hell. So, thank you everyone for watching, and we will see you guys next week.
Please help me.
Yeah, no.
No more. Never again. I'm done.
All right. We will see you all next week, where we will continue this journey and hopefully figure out where the hell these guys really are.
Come stumble bum fuck through existence with us.
Exactly.
Across the plains.
And
And
hopefully.
Oh, you want to take it?
No, I was setting you up.
Oh, yeah. Hopefully, we will run into less of those natural ones.
Have a good
Oh.
night.